Hello everyone, my name is Rosalind Mishra and I shall be dealing with environmental science subject with you all today. Now students, today we will be starting with unit 2 of environmental science. I am sure all of you must have found this subject really interesting, though it is not completely related to pharmacy, but yes, it is related to pharmacy. Okay, it is related to each and every one of us. So now let us begin. Let us foray into the subject of environmental science. In environmental science, the unit 1 deals with certain aspects of the subject. Unit 2 specifically deals with ecosystem, concept of an ecosystem. Okay. So, in today's lecture, we will be studying in depth, in detail about concept of an ecosystem. But before that, let me just give you a glimpse, a glance into the unit 2 of our subject. So now, if we look into the contents of environmental sciences, then first we shall be dealing with concept of an ecosystem, wherein we will learn about ecology, we will learn about environment, how environment affects us, how we affect the environment. These are all the aspects which will be coming under concept of an ecosystem, followed by structure and function of an ecosystem. First, we will see what are the structures of the ecosystem, then we will see the components of an ecosystem, about the biotic components, about the abiotic components, and a lot of such things. Next, we will see the introduction, types, characteristic features, structures and functions of the ecosystem, wherein forest ecosystem will be the first topic which we will be dealing with in detail. We will learn about what are the different types of forest, what are the different components in a forest, what are the living components, what are the non-living components, etc. How we affect the forest, how can we conserve the forest, what is the use of conserving the forest. All these aspects, all these wide areas will be discussed in our class. Next, we will learn about grassland ecosystem, followed by desert ecosystem, aquatic ecosystems, wherein again aquatic ecosystem consists of a number of divisions. For example, pond ecosystems, lakes, rivers, oceans, estuaries, etc. Now, moving on further, let us see what ecology is. Before entering into the science of ecosystem, first let us understand what is ecology. Ecology is the science that deals with the relationships between living organisms and their physical environment. Okay, that is the relationship between the living organisms and the non-living aspect. Non-living aspect means the physical environment and how they gel with each other, or how the living organisms affect the non-living substrates and the non-living things affect the living organisms, vice versa. The study of the relationship between organisms and their environment and the balances between their relationship is defined as ecology. It is defined as ecology. If we look into the diagram here, we can see two kind of factors: abiotic factors, which is given by the color blue, and the biotic factors, which is given by the color red, which is signified or denoted by the color red. Here if we see, water is the abiotic factor, air, carbon dioxide, oxygen, sunlight, all of these substances are the abiotic factors which affect the biotic organisms. For example, insects, plants, microorganisms, reptiles, birds, mammals, all of these things make up the biotic components. So, what is this ecology? It is the mixture, or it is the relationship between how the non-living organisms affect the living organisms and how the living organisms affect the non-living organisms. So, this is basically a relationship between the two, the study of the relationship between the two, a balance between the two. Now, let us look into the concept of ecology. Let us try and understand what is the concept of ecology. Well, ecology is the, if I go into the definition, if I reveal the definition of ecology, it is the scientific study of interaction between a living component and a non-living environment. We have just seen in the following diagram how the living or the biotic factors affect the abiotic or the non-living factors. So, this is all about ecology. Now, let us learn what is the objective of ecology. Why do we need to learn about ecology? What is the need to understand ecology? Ecology discovers and understands the relationship between, as I already said, living and their environment. Okay. So, this is the study of the relationship between living and their environment, living things and their environment. Moving on further, ecology can be approached from different viewpoints. Okay. We can approach ecology through various viewpoints. Number one, the environment and the demand it places on the organism. So, we can understand ecology from the point of view of environment, how environment demands from its organism, what are the things which is required by the environment from the organism, or how the organism affects the environment. Further, what the organism demands from the environmental condition, that is organisms, the study of relationship between organisms and how they adapt to their environmental conditions. These are the two viewpoints by which ecology can be approached upon. The environment in which a particular organism lives is called its habitat. This is a very important point about habitat. What is a habitat? Habitat is the environment in which a particular organism lives. That is called a habitat. The role of an organism, in a habitat is called a niche. It is called a niche. Okay. So, there are two very major terminologies which we are learning here. The number one is habitat. First one is habitat. What is this habitat? Well, habitat is the environment or the surrounding in which an organism lives. Okay. Next, the next terminology of importance is niche. What is a niche? A niche is the role of an organism in a habitat. It's called its niche. Now, so though the people who understand ecology, the people who study ecology, okay, such people enter into a profession called ecologist. Such person enter into the profession called ecologist. A person who studies ecology are known as ecologists. Ecologists is the branch of, these are the people, or these are the, ecology can be termed as a branch of science which deals with various aspects of ecology of plants, of animals. If we study plant ecology, then it is known as plant ecologist. Animal ecologists are the ones who study animal ecology. Similarly, terrestrial or aquatic ecologists, paleoecologists, mathematical ecologists, system ecologists, chemical ecologists, social ecologists, anthropoecologists, horticologists and synecologists. So, these are the various branches or the study of ecology. The people studying these are known as ecologists. Depending upon the specific branch, they are known as either plant ecologists or animal ecologists, so on and so forth. As we just discussed, these are the branches of ecology. Branches of ecology, starting with population ecology, community ecology, ecosystem ecology, habitat ecology, production ecology, conservation ecology, radiation ecology, paleology, gene ecology, system ecology, microbial ecology, desert ecology, grassland ecology, fresh water ecology, forest ecology, cropland ecology and marine ecology. So, these are the various branches of ecology, wherein in-depth study about all these following features like population, community, grassland, marine structure, forest, fresh water, microbial systems, all these ecological systems can be studied in depth in these branches of ecology. Now, before moving on further, another very important topic is environment. What is this environment? What is this concept of environment? We will look into it. If I ask the definition of environment, then what is it? Well, environment is the total surrounding of an organism. Environment is an interesting system of physical, chemical, biological, social and cultural elements. Okay. So, what is an environment? It is a total surrounding of an organism, a total surrounding of an organism. Environment is an interesting system of physical attribute, chemical, biological, social and cultural elements. So, environment consists of all these aspects: physical, chemical, biological, social and cultural elements. All of these constitute to make up an environment. Now, what are the attributes of environment? Let us look into the attributes of environment. Environmental systems usually do not have a well defined boundaries. Okay. So, environmental systems do not have a specific well defined boundaries. Environmental characteristics change over a gradient. The character, be it chemical characteristic, physical characteristic, social characteristic, they change over certain gradient. Environmental system is open because it receives input from and gives outputs to other systems. Okay. That is, the elements of environments are connected to each other, be it physical, be it chemical, be it social or cultural. They are all interconnected to each other. One element definitely gives output to the other element receives it as an input. So, it is an open system. You cannot consider environment as a closed system wherein each factor inside that element affects each other. No, the whole element affects another element as well. Next, environment ultimately determines the quality and survival of life. Environment is the thing, is the system which ultimately determines the quality and survival of life in it. Now, if we look into the divisions of environment, how environment is divided? Well, environment is divided majorly into two heads. It is divided majorly into two heads: physical environment or the abiotic system and biotic environment. Physical environment is the non-living aspect. Physical environment is the non-living aspect. Biotic environment is the living aspect. Okay. So, environment is majorly subdivided into two headings, which is physical environment and biotic environment. Physical environment and biotic environment. Now, let us look into each of these heads separately. If we talk about physical environment, then physical environment is further divided into lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Okay. So, our environment physically is categorized into lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. These are the three major headings coming under physical environment. Okay. Lithosphere constitutes the solid earth, lithosphere or the earth. Okay. Next, followed by hydrosphere. Hydro yani water, hydro determines water. So, hydrosphere or the water component, and atmosphere, it is the gaseous envelope of a number of gases which surrounds our earth, So, all these three major components make up the physical environment broadly. ठीक है, all these three factors make up our physical environment, but under a broader aspect. Apart from this, there are various other constituents, but these are the broader aspects of environment. Now, let us look into the biotic environment. Bio or living. Okay. Bio denotes to living. So, biotic environment is majorly headed as biosphere. Biotic environment is majorly headed as biosphere. Biosphere or living organisms. So, biosphere is further subdivided into flora and fauna. Flora and fauna. Biosphere is further subdivided into flora and fauna. Okay. So, flora denotes to plants and microbes, whereas fauna denotes animals. Fauna denotes animals. Okay. So, the biotic environment or the living environment is further classified as a biosphere. This biosphere is further divided into flora yani plants and microbes and fauna yani animals. So, next, what is an ecosystem? In the previous slide, we just discussed about environment. Now, in the present slide, let us learn or let us understand what is an ecosystem. So, an animal cannot live in isolation. Agreed all of you? Any living organism cannot live in isolation. It has to react, it has to interact with biota and the abiotic factors. Be it any organism, living in isolation is extremely difficult, or may I say impossible. Okay. It needs to interact with the biotic factor and the abiotic factor. It has to interact with the biotic as well as the abiotic factors. These relationship of the biotic factor with the abiotic factor, okay, constitute the ecological system. This relationship or interaction of biotic factor with the abiotic factor constitute a very important terminology called ecological system or the ecosystem. ecological system or the ecosystem. Here, with the help of this pictorial diagram, I have tried and explained how the biotic factors could interact with the abiotic factors. Here if you see, this whole structure in particular is the ecosystem. Okay. This consists of abiotic factors like solar radiation, moisture, etc., constituting with habitat, yani the area wherein the biotic and abiotic factors live. This habitat is a part of ecosystem. This habitat further constitutes a community. It constitutes a community, be it fauna community or the flora community or the plant community. So, you can see here very clearly how each of these factors are interacting with each other. Abiotic factor water is interacting with the biotic factor or the living organisms, fishes. Okay. So, in this whole ecosystem, each abiotic factor is having a relationship or does need or does interact with the biotic factors and vice versa. Moving on further, what is this concept of ecological system? What is meant by ecological system concept? Ecosystem is the basic structural and functional unit of ecology. Ecosystem is the basic structural and functional unit of ecology. This term was coined by Transley in the year 1935. Ecosystems are the basic units of nature on the face of earth. J.W. Marr in the year 1961 coined the following definition. An ecosystem is an ecological unit or a subdivision of the landscape or a geographic area that is relatively homogeneous and reasonably distinct from the adjacent area. Okay. So, this definition was termed by J.W. Marr in the year 1961, wherein he mentioned an ecosystem is an ecological unit or a subdivision or a landscape or a geographic area that is relatively homogeneous and reasonably distinct from the adjacent area. Now, let us look into the definition of ecosystem. The living community of plants and animals in any area together with the non-living components of the environment such as soil, air and water constitute the ecosystem. An ecosystem is a region with a specific and recognizable landscape form such as forest, grassland, desert, wetland or coastal area. The nature of the ecosystem is based on its geographical features such as hills, mountains, plains, rivers, lakes, coastal areas or island. It is also controlled by climatic conditions such as the amount of sunlight, temperature and rainfall in the region. The geographical, climatic and soil characteristic form is its non-living form. All the living organisms in the area live in communities of plants and animals. So, basically the ecosystem is made up of two factors, abiotic or the non-living and biotic or the living organisms. Different types of ecosystems can be classified based on size, nature and duration. Different types of ecosystem based on nature is natural and artificial ecosystem. Duration is temporary and permanent ecosystem. Size is small and large ecosystems. We will be discussing all of these here. Natural ecosystem forms naturally. Artificial ecosystem is developed and maintained by humans. Depending upon duration, on the basis of duration, ecosystem can be classified into temporary ecosystems and permanent ecosystems. Depending on size, it can be defined into small ecosystems and large ecosystems. By small, it is known as a micro ecosystem. It can be temporary or permanent. For example, ponds. Large ecosystem, it is larger in size, also known as macro ecosystem. It is always permanent and mostly natural. For example, oceans, forests and deserts. So, with this we finish up our today's class. This is our references. Thank you all.